Well, hello YouTube, here is a funny thing. I realized in the last tutorial that I never mentioned up till the half of this C++ playlist about comments. So comments are just very short internal documentation about specific part of the code. So maybe you are creating some function that is complicated one and then you are trying to explain to other programmers if you decide to share your code what that part of the code do. Or this is just a reference for yourself like 6 months or 6 years from now what you are trying to accomplish basically. Because we are programmers, we forget things very quickly because we deal with a lot of stuff and not just that, with a lot of complicated stuff. So in programming in general we have two types of comments, like one-liners, and in C++ you're gonna have it with / and then custom string. But also you can have multi-line comments like this. So you're gonna start with the slash and then star and then explanation and explanation and explanation, and then how to end this stuff? Well, opposite way, star and slash, and that's pretty much a multi-line comment. But this style is actually very useful where you are just practicing or you're experimenting with some piece of the code and you want to just have it here but not be usable to compiler. So you're gonna do something like this, like a slash and star, and down there you're gonna close the thing with a star and slash, and now you will be able to see the code, and this is often used by many programmers. You're gonna be able to see the code but it will not be operational. So check this out, the thing will totally run but without any results. See, there you go. And down there you have a warning like unused variable multi-r, because there is that array, but you're not using anything from here, like no operation following that. So compiler will complain a little bit, well, at least code block editor, right? And the whole purpose of these multi-line comments is pretty much for experienced programmers to just experiment with the stuff. And if your program is like big and you need you have a lot of complicated thing to do with your code, then maybe your best option is to have internal documentation like dedicated website or even community or PDF files. So you want to say like here, if you want to transfer other people to specific website, like you're going to say something like go to http blah blah.com to learn more, or something stupid like that. Because if your function is like 5 lines of code, 10 lines, and if you need 2 pieces of A4 format document to explain what this function do, well, the best option is to have external documentation. Now let me just mention a couple of other commenting styles, like from, let me fix this stuff, like from HTML. So in HTML, which is not programming language, some people call it, but yeah, it's just markup stuff. So in HTML you're gonna say something like this. So you're gonna start with this thing and end with that thing, and then this thing will be visible in HTML page if you go to right click and view source of the page in your browser, but it will not be executed in a browser in a sense that end user will see that. So it will be hidden in the background, still visible if you need it, but hidden in the background. So view source, right click in browser. Yeah, you probably test that up till now like a couple of hundreds of times if you are doing web stuff. And yep, no need for talking about that much. Now in CSS, so again web development, they're using also C++ type of commenting, because honestly in most programming languages they're somehow relying on C++ and C ways, because in most of those languages in the backend you have C and C++ core or libraries doing something. Okay, so let's briefly go to Python. I want to tell you about that. So in Python, for example, when you say print like blah or something, you don't need to end semicolon here because this is Python. Everything will be fine. But if you say like a same thing with the hash in between, so this will actually be comment. So no execution. So in in Python, the one-liners you can do it with with a hash. And how to do multiliners in Python? Well, single quotes, 3 of them at the start and your documentation, blah blah, and you're gonna end with single quotes, 3 of them, and there you go. So same stuff with double quotes, 3 of them, and end 3 of them, and there you go, documentation. So yeah, there is nothing much I wanna talk about here anymore. And just remember, if you're focused on C++, use // for one-liners and this thing for multiliners. Anyway, I don't want to waste your time anymore. This is very rudimentary, simple stuff. And if you have a couple of minutes more, maybe you want to go and search on internet for best practices while commenting specific part of the code. Yeah, if you have a couple of minutes, but probably you want to do, probably you want to invest your time into, I don't know, playing Counter-Strike or Battlefield more than reading about commenting styles. Yeah, I'm gonna shut up. Thank you for watching. See you next one.